Hello everyone, I am Dr. RMD, a pediatric resident at Dr. RML Hospital, New Delhi. Based on my past two videos, I had got many reviews and comments that I have to share a video on INI 2024 strategy. So I have come forward with this video. Okay, so the title that I've given is Study Less, Study Smart. This is because you have very less time for your INICET and you have to study a lot of things. So I have made my strategies for you is in a simplified manner so that you can achieve your goals in a limited span of time. So last time I discussed about NEET PG preparation and INICET. So both are going to be different. In NEET PG, you had to achieve your dream rank, that is a rank which will give you the highest probability of getting your seat. Okay, that was your NEET PG success rank. But in INICET rank will be the one which is the lowermost rank possible. If you get 100 rank, that is better. If you get 200 rank, that is better. But whatever happens, you should get a rank of less than 1000. That must be our target. So let's move on. So these were the queries that I got in the last few days after I published my past two videos. So one was study plan. What is the study plan for next upcoming INICET? As you know, INICET is on May 19th. What is the study and tips, strategy and tips? And the most important question that I got, because last time I was discussing more about GTs. So this time I had many queries related to PYQs. How to study from PYQs, how to analyze PYQs, and how to make maximum use of PYQs in a limited amount of time. That I'll be discussing. Most of my part of the discussion today will be from PYQs, because you know that in INICET PYQs play a very important role. Most of the questions which are asked in INICET are already repeats. Okay, and I'll tell you how it is repeated. I'll give with example, subject-wise example, how you have to prepare PYQs. Then subject-wise approach, that also I have included in this video, and how to make maximum use of revision videos. So briefly about the timeline. Okay, so today is 5th of March and 19th you have INICET. So you have approximately two and a half months. So I have divided this period into a preparation phase where you will be getting 45 days. Sorry, you'll be getting 55 days. That is 25 days of March and 30 days of April. So 55 days for your preparation, and revision phase, that is for around 12 to 13 days, where you will be revising whatever you have summarize whatever you have studied in the past 55 days, and then last climax of 7 days where your actual preparation revision strategy all comes into play. This revision phase and climax phase video strategies, I'll share it when time comes. Today I'll be focusing more on the preparation phase. So these 55 days, the initial 55 days starting from today, are the most important ones. So the disclaimer is that those people who have not yet started preparing anything, those who have no idea about INICET preparation, if you start from today, don't expect you to get a good INICET rank. Don't expect you to get a seat also. So straightforward, I'm telling you, I'm not giving you any false hope. Those who are not prepared till now, those who are for the first time starting to prepare from today, don't start preparing for INICET May 2024. Start for INICET November or December 2024. That is my honest review. Okay, that is my honest suggestion. So this video is mainly for those who had prepared during their 3rd and 4th year, or those who had a basic idea, whose basic concepts are better, not very strong. I say they're good enough so that this 2-3 months of preparation is enough for them to crack INICET if you work smartly. Okay, my video is mainly based for them. Or for those who have been preparing for the last 1 year, especially the post interns or the aspirants who have been preparing for past 1 year, those who have taken a break. For them also this video holds strong, because you have been preparing for last 1 year and now you need to fine tune your concept. So this video will be for mainly for those, and not for those who are going to start preparing from today. Okay, so coming to preparation phase. So this 55 days, how to divide this 55 days? Say I have already said in my previous video, the video titled how to improve your GT rank, link is given in this video description. So I have said you how to divide your subject. So you have to divide into 3 parts, that is rank building, rank maintaining, and rank deciding. I have explained the basis of this dividing, how to give importance to each of this subject. I have finished that in my previous video, so I will not be going to touch in that. Okay, if you want, you can go back and watch that video. So you know that rank building, these 8 subjects carry 50% of the marks. So your strategy is that these topics are like have very frequent previous year questions, so you don't have to study everything in these subjects. So I have given 3 days time for each subject. So there are 8 subjects, 8 into 3 is 24 days. So in one subject you will get 3 days for preparation. So your next question will be, how will you be preparing such a big subject? For example, anatomy is such a big subject, how will you be preparing in 3 days? This will be the first question that comes to your mind, and I have provided a detailed strategy how to move ahead. Okay, So each subject will be giving 3 days. There are 24 days. Then for these big subjects, see, these are not the ones which will give you more marks if you invest more time. Okay, these are the subjects which many questions are asked, but most of the questions can be answered by studying this rank building subject itself. So I have given a time of 5 days for each subject because they are a bit big, so you could at least get to know important things in that, important concepts. So 5 days into 4 subjects, that is 20 days. And these short subjects, this short subject doesn't require much time. 2 days are enough, and you will get around 10 days for this. So total you will be getting 54 days. One day I have kept it as buffer. You can rest when you have, or if you have taken rest before, you can compensate this one day. So for 55 days we have this preparation phase. So your target is, if you are going to appear for this INICET exam, this 55 days should be of maximum use. See, I'm not giving you personalized strategy because each person is different. I'll give you the strategy that is acceptable for everyone. So 55 days is acceptable for everyone. 3 days of preparation for rank building subject is acceptable for everyone. Now, how to study, when to utilize your time. See, some of them like to study in the morning, some of them like to study at night, some of them like to take a nap in the afternoon. So it is all personalized. So whatever you do, you have to complete this rank building subject within 3 days, each subject in 3 days. You have to complete this rank maintaining subject, each subject in 5 days. That is your target. How you have to execute it, that you have to strategize according to your personal needs. Okay, not everyone is the same. That's why I have not given a detailed strategy, because you have to decide that. I have given a basic timeline. Now, how to study in 3 days, I have given with the example of anatomy. Okay, so now when you go to anatomy, for example, today is your first subject. Today you are going to start, and you have 3 days, 5, 6, 7. By 7th or 8th you have to finish anatomy. So how will you proceed with anatomy? So when my friends, okay, will again bring the example of my friend Viraj. Okay, Viraj goes and plans to study anatomy today, and he is like faced with many options. He can study anatomy from videos, from whatever coaching apps give you those videos. He can go to question bank, but then this videos plus question blanks plus notes, you are not able to complete in 3 days. It will take at least 10 to 15 days. So this strategy is out of option. Then Viraj has a new plan, that is revision videos. I also got many queries in my comment section for the past video to kindly comment on revision videos. So revision videos are actually good, but Viraj, if he directly goes into revision videos, I calculated the time duration for revision videos in anatomy of Marrow. Okay, because I used Marrow, and majority of the students also use Marrow. That's why I went for Marrow as an option. Okay, so and I again want to provide the disclaimer that I'm not being funded or sponsored by any coaching institute. Okay, I just give my honest reviews. So there are 520 minutes of revision videos, and it takes 8.5 hours. Almost take it as a day. Okay, one day you will be watching only anatomy revision videos. So when you come the next day, what will be remaining in your head? Nothing, because you are giving equal importance to all revision videos, all topics which are asked. So you don't know what is important and what is not important. There comes the play of this previous year questions, but previous year questions are also 160 to 170. You can't complete within one day. Getting my point? You have 3 days. One day you're giving for revision videos. One day you're giving for previous year questions. At the third day, you don't even know whatever you studied in the previous 2 days. So this technique doesn't work for everyone. 3 days anatomy, whatever you studied, everything is waste. After 2 months, when you're going for this revision phase, you're again opening anatomy. You don't know anything. Empty brain. So how to proceed in such a case? So my friend Viraj came to my help, and then I had to devise a strategy for him. So what is the strategy that I followed? I went to Marrow app. I went to the previous year question section, and in that previous year question section, I found a very important update, very important feature of Marrow, which is very less talked of. That is schema. So the schema is all those important topics, headings, okay, whichever is asked. So I gave it a try. I went to INICET questions from 2017 to 2021. These 5 years questions, okay, 5 years. I went through all these 5 years questions, and I found a very, very, very useful strategy there. I found few points which were like out of the world. Like you can finish anatomy within 1 or 1.5 days with using these tricks. I was baffled by seeing these previous year questions. So when I went to schema, what I saw was I analyzed each topic, and I gave each subheading a point. Like I divided anatomy to upper limb, lower limb, head and neck, CNS, that is brain, and then abdomen, chest, and lower limb. I divided into these 7 topics. And what I found was baffling. Not all topics are covered equally. So this is actually not fair on the side of NBMS, because AIMS conducts this exam, and AIMS actually gives questions randomly. It should actually give questions randomly, because you are studying everything randomly. My friend Viraj studied all the anatomy videos, and he had given equal importance. He did not create any partiality between the videos. But when AIMS is asking questions only from certain topics. That means that this is not a coincidence. See, for anything, for a coincidence to happen, the chance should be 50-50. But this is not so. Some questions are asked at 80% of probability rate, some are asked at 20% of probability rate, many of the questions are 0% probability rate. That means whatever you are studying in a wrong way. Whoever is going from first revision video to last revision video, first PYQ to last PYQ, is going in a wrong way. See what all I found. See, observe certain things. Okay, I'm going first with this skull foramina, cerebrum, white matter. All these are concentrated only on the head and neck part of the human body. Cerebrum, okay, abducens nerve, sixth nerve, corpus callosum, which again is a part of cerebrum, then spinal cord tracts, okay, then cerebellum lobes. Then coming to next, okay, these are the questions from anatomy to AIMS 2017 question paper. Okay, now coming back to 2020, see again skull anatomy, skull foramina, then coming back spinal cord tracts, cerebrum, white matter, cerebral tracts, okay, fifth cranial nerve. See, out of these many topics, okay, 6 topics are just from CNS and head and neck. There are 7 topics to be asked. Just one topic covers almost 50% of the total syllabus. Got my point? This was AIMS 2020. Now come back to AIMS 2021. See again, skull anatomy, cerebellum lobes, thalamus, okay, then fontanelles, which again comes under skull only, then oculomotor, third nerve, extraoculomotor, again it is third nerve only, then cerebellar tracts. Okay, so these again 7 to 8 questions came again from anatomy CNS part. So what does all this mean? All this means that questions are repeated again and again. So your first strategy in INICET is to know which are the questions or the question patterns that keep on repeating, which are the topics that keep on repeating. That is your first target. You don't have to study anatomy whole. You don't have to watch all those 512 hours of revision, all those 70 to 80 anatomy videos for INICET. You need to know what will be asked and you have to study in that order. So I simplified everything. For the last 5 INICET, that is from 2017 to 2021. I saw all the questions. I went nearly 125 questions and I came up with this conclusion. See, INICET previous question. This was my conclusion that in anatomy, CNS anatomy stands number 1. CNS anatomy, see, cerebrum, white matter, areas and tracts and corpus callosum. Here 8 questions were asked totally. 8 questions in 5 years. See, what is the probability rate? Probability rate is more than 100%. So what is the probability that this question will be asked again in the exam is more than 100%, which means definitely 1 or 2 questions will come. Getting my point? If you're studying revision video or you're watching any MCQ series, whatever it is, first go to CNS anatomy. This should be your starting point. Not starting with upper limb or general anatomy. Got my point? Then second, see skull foramina, skull anatomy. How much time it would take to watch a video on skull foramina and skull anatomy? It would hardly take some 30 minutes watching 2x, or even if you watch in 1x also, it will be hardly 45 to 1 minutes to 1 hour. But then you are getting 7 questions in 5 years. In 5 years, you are getting 70 questions with the probability of more than 100% every year. So that means that skull foramina and anatomy, even though it contains very less content, it is asked many of the times. Got my point? See again, cerebellum, such a small topic. Cerebellar lobes, nuclear tract can be covered within 20 minutes. That has been asked 5 times. Every year, 1 question was there on cerebellum, nuclear tracts. So just this CNS anatomy, 8 plus 7, 7 plus 5, almost 20 questions. 20 questions were asked in the last 5 years just based on CNS anatomy. That too, these were repeating questions. And to add on to that, see this cranial nerves questions. Third cranial nerve with extraocular movements was asked 4 times. 4th, 5th, 9th, 12th cranial nerve was asked twice in 2 exams, and 6th cranial nerve was asked once. So total cranial nerve questions itself was 7. So in the last 5 years, if you had read CNS properly in 2021 INICET, you would have attempted almost 3 or 4 correct answers by giving 2 to 3 hours of your time dedicated to this topic. You would have got 3 to 4 answers correct. 3 to 4 answers means a rank jump of in thousands. Okay, this is how you have to study. So all this is not a coincidence. I am repeating it. Coincidence is a chance of 50-50%. Probability is 50%. But this is more than 50%. This is not a coincidence. This is a repetition. Or you can say, in other words, examiners are lazy to give new questions. They are just repeating the same questions again. Got it? So always start with CNS anatomy first. Then other parts of head and neck that you should be knowing. Muscles of mastication asked twice. Spinal cord tracts asked twice. And all these topics were asked once. So other than these topics, there are few topics that means they are less weightage topics. So even if you don't complete them also, it's fine. But these topics should be at the tip of your tongues. Got it? Next, you have to go to general anatomy. Why general anatomy? General anatomy is because it is very small topic. Okay, but it has high weightage. See this, joint types. I repeat again, joint type, there is a pearl in anatomy which has been repeated many times in many GTs. I don't know how many of you might have come across this, but if you bookmark this pearl and by heart this pearl before you give any GT or before going to exam, definitely one question will come. See, in the past 5 years, that is 2017 2021, 4 times it was asked. So what is the probability that will be asked again? The probability is almost 80 to 90%. See, all these exams are based on probability. No one is perfect, no one is exact, no one knows what question will be asked. But what you can guess is by analyzing all these previous year questions, you can guess what questions are likely to be asked. That is the best way to prepare when you have limited time. See, this strategy is not good for toppers because toppers have to learn everything to come in top 10. But you don't have to learn everything to come in top 1000. You have to know only important things. Got it? Then collagen fibers and glands were asked. See, this topic of vertebral column and landmarks, which is very neglected topic. I don't think anyone would have actually gone and learned about vertebral column and landmarks. That has been asked 3 times. Okay, and small questions like collagen fibers. Who will read collagen fibers? No one will read. It has been asked twice. Got it? Then you have to come for embryology. Again, everyone will be wasting time in embryology, studying embryology of like first 4 weeks embryology, then the embryology of kidney, embryology of lung, and embryology of stomach, gut, malrotation, blah, blah, blah. But the questions asked in embryology in the last 5 years, that is from 2017 to 2021, were 3 questions which were asked from CVS and 2 questions were asked from pharyngeal pouches. See, all this embryology is condensed to only this much in INICET. So now you understand where you're wasting your time. You're not doing smart work. You're doing this donkey work and you're getting in this rat race. Okay, this is just based on probability. I'm giving you the strategy, how to study. Okay, how to improve your efficiency. Next, you have to come to upper limbs. Upper limb nerve injuries is again asked 5 times. Nerves, individual nerves were asked. Radial nerve, ulnar nerve, median nerve. Maybe their relation or their core, something was asked. But it hardly takes 5 to 10 minutes for each nerve. Then muscles of hands were asked and spaces of upper limb. These are the 4-5 important topics in upper limbs. And then these were the other topics which are asked. This could be random topics. Okay, these carry equal importance as other topics which are not asked. Okay, then abdomen. Everyone wastes time here. Abdomen. Everyone takes 2-3 days to read abdomen, but only 2 questions, 2 important questions. Liver anatomy. Okay, very important, and mesentery. Only two times they were asked in the from 2007 to 2021. This means you shouldn't waste your time studying an abdomen first. Got my point? Then again pelvis. Pelvis is again very important topic. Very difficult to understand. Very difficult to understand. Where to read pelvis from, I'll tell you later on. Okay. At the end of my video, I'll be discussing where you have to read concepts of these videos. So stay till the end. At the end, I'll be discussing how to learn all these things. Okay. Pelvic diaphragm and pelvic diameter anatomy were asked many times. 5 times they were asked. Then lower limb muscles of gluteal region. I hardly think everyone will be reading lower limb. What are the muscles of anterior compartment, posterior compartment, muscles of legs, nerve supply, blah, blah, blah. But the thing that is asked is muscles of gluteal region only. And few minor questions here and there. And in the chest, again, heart anatomy, heart blood supply, and esophagus venous system. These 2 are asked. And diaphragm questions are also asked. So you see, I have condensed whole of anatomy to INICET topics. If this is whole of anatomy, INICET is only this much, a small part of it. So you don't have to study everything. See, in INICET, out of 200 questions, only 100 questions will be those questions which can be answered even by toppers. The rest of the 100 questions, out of that around 50 are guesses, and other 50 questions are very hard questions. So no one will be able to answer. So what does probability say? Probability says that you should be able to answer the most common asked questions. That is the key to success, not answering the hard questions. Answering the common questions, not making mistake in common questions, and expecting the common questions to reappear in the next exam and preparing for those is the road to success. Road to success means getting a seat in INICET, not getting rank 1. I repeat again. Because I've seen top rankers, rank within 10 in INICET leaving their seat because they are not happy in their choice of seat. That is a totally different issue. We'll discuss it in some other videos. Okay, for this exam, you should get a rank well enough so that you get a branch of your choice or at least college of your choice, whatever you need. Got my point? So next, how to proceed? So again, summarizing, first go to CNS of anatomy, then go to head and neck, then go to general anatomy, upper limb, abdomen, lower limb, and chest. Then first you have to watch these selected topics and make your concept strong. I'm not telling you to go to revision videos first, because revision videos will be in that will be in the not in the pattern which is followed here. So there is no point in going in that way. So whenever you're studying anything, your maximum attention will be at the beginning of whatever. Like if your anatomy starts with general anatomy, then your maximum concentration will be on general anatomy. If your preparation starts with abdomen, your maximum concentration will be on abdomen. But does abdomen require maximum concentration? No. Maximum concentration is needed for CNS system. So CNS is the first priority here. Got my point? So always go in this order, and whether you follow revision videos or whether you want to follow your notes or whatever source that you can use for that first day out of 3 days of preparation, for that first day, whatever you want to make your concept strong for these previous year asked questions, whatever thing, you can go to YouTube videos also and you can watch. Whatever you want to make it strong, you have to always start with this order. Okay, so watch about topic selected videos. I'm telling videos because again your retention will be better, or you can go back to your notes and study these topics. So also when you when I mean go back and study CNS, that doesn't mean you have to study everything about CNS. No, if you study everything about CNS, one day is not enough. You have to cover all these topics within 1.5 day. So you have to go back to only those specific points. So this is selective learning. This is not elaborative learning. Now you don't have time. Time is a limiting factor. So first go to the selected videos. So then you have to go through this previous year question. There are around 160 to 170. When you are able to go in this order, and I have already told you which are the important things. So naturally, when you solve your PYQs, you will be able to solve them better. Okay. So solve the previous year questions from 217 to 2017 to 2021. Solve these 5 year previous year questions. And when you're solving, bookmark those questions also. Bookmark those pearls or treasures, whatever you have, so that these points will be later on useful during your revision phase. During from April 30 to May of 12th, you will be doing revision phase. At that time, all this will come into play. Okay. Then you go to revision videos. Why I am telling you to go back to revision videos now is because now you know what is important. So now you have to study what is not important from revision videos, so that there is no FOMO. Or else you'll be like, I have studied only important questions. I am having this FOMO that I'll be leaving all these non-important ones. So revision videos are a best crisp method to go through all these revision videos. I calculated revision videos duration in Marrow, and that comes around 8 hours. Okay, so 8 hours in 2x speed you can watch within around 5 hours. Okay, on an average. If you want to make notes, you scribble down your notes, because this notes will last only for 2 months. After that, it is of no use. So I believe that whatever your 20th notebook is also not necessary. Actually, 20th notebook should be your brain, because once it is stored here permanently, then it is not going to be erased. I didn't make any 20th notebook. I didn't have any 20th notebook. My 20th notebook was my brain only. Whatever I study, whatever concept I know will definitely come. I stored it hardly. I stored it precisely in my brain so that I don't get any confusion. Got my point? Then after this, what I wanted to do is, because you're following my strategy now, you're following according to this, and you want to know whether this works for you or not. Okay, so what you have to do, after studying all these things, at the end of 3 days, you go back to this INICET 2022 and 2023 questions and give that question bank module, okay, 2022 and 23, and then you will see the change. Got my point? Like it is like attempting your coming INICET. It is like you're preparing for from your previous year questions, and you're attempting a new INICET which is upcoming. Okay, so then you will realize the importance of whatever the strategy that I've discussed here. Okay, so what I wanted to do is, you go through whatever things that I've said here. First, watch this from those videos or whatever source you have. Make your concept strong in these topics. Okay, whatever previous year questions I have discussed already. Make your concept strong in that. Then you go to your previous year questions, make them strong. Then go to important revision videos only. Okay, and then you attempt INICET 2022 and 2023 questions. Once you attempt it, then you will be knowing what exactly you have achieved and what you have to achieve to gain perfection. Got my point? So now the important question, what videos to watch? One is your coaching apps. Okay, coaching apps have very good revision videos. I recommend watching revision videos or delta videos, whatever they are, coaching app videos. Okay. Second one, very important, so which I used was on YouTube. Go to YouTube. There is NEET PG revision series. Okay, NEET PG revision series by Dr. Ashwini. by Dr. Ashwini Kumar. His videos are very good because they are very concise, and we will note that there are some around 15 videos, and it will take hardly half day to go through all of them. And you'll note that he has discussed only those things which I had actually asked in, like, he has focused more on those things which are previously asked. So you'll find that there are 7 to 8 modules just on CNS. So that means he knows that CNS is very important topic, and most of the previous year questions were asked from that. So this is NEET PG revision. Why I'm going to tell is because the concepts are the same. Whatever exam may be, concepts are the same. Questions are only going to vary. Okay, so these two are the very good sources for preparation. So what should be your strategy in the next coming 3 days if you're going to start anatomy or whatever subject you're going to start? First, make strong about the PYQs. Make a summary, like go to schema of Marrow or whatever app you have, go to the important questions and first figure out which system is important and which topics are important. Out of that, which topic were asked how many times. So you make a list of those topics so that you go in that order. You cover important topics from either from your notes or from your videos or from wherever, whatever you are studying. You make use of that one day just to get strong with the concepts. Next, first half of the day, on the second day, you have to go through this PYQs. Okay, PYQs. And then it will take around half day to go through all the PYQs and make a note of all those bookmark questions or important pulls, everything, and then revise that. And on 30, you have to solve this rest of the INICET 2022 and 23 questions to get to know how better your strategy was following these steps. Okay, so what I want you to do is you go follow these steps and then you comment on my comment section that how much positive hope you have got by doing all this, because I also want to know if these strategies work for you. If it works for you, I'll also be adding some more strategies. If it doesn't work for you, I can modify these strategies. Okay, so concluding remarks is that I can give you strategy. Giving strategy is my job. I'm good at analyzing things. I'm good at strategizing things, and I know how things work for different people because I have been giving suggestions to people over the past 2 to 3 years. So studying is your part. My part is to tell what to study. Studying and attempting the INICET 2022-23 papers and coming up with the conclusion that whether you're doing good or not, and then telling in this comment section whether you are in a good path, whether you are improving or not. That is your job. Okay, let me know the feedback, how well you guys perform, and following this strategy and after attempting INICET 22 and 23 papers, let me know what is your status, whether it is improving or whether you need any change of strategy plans. Okay, thank you.